Deborah Henson-Conant, also known as Deborah Henson-Conant, also known as DHC. And I just wanted to jump in here for a quick minute before I go for the last run of the day to let you know about the 5-day Harp Improv Challenge. The first 5 days are over, and this weekend is where you get to catch up, and you can actually be still eligible for the grand prize. I think there are about 6 or 8 hours still left in this challenge. You can jump in. There are 5 quick lessons, video lessons, and then you can post your answers. And within those 5 lessons, boom, you're improvising. And how can this happen? It happens because blocks are being removed from your natural ability to improvise, and you're given some very simple structures so that you can let that happen. And I'll just quickly go over them as a little review. One of the first things that you learn, getting myself into the key of C here, and you can also, there's a little QR code there that lets you jump in, or you can just go straight to hipharp.com. I seem to be lagging here, but whatever. So you can, I'm losing my little internet. Okay, no worries. Hipharp.com. That's hip as in cool, harp as in the instrument. I'm laughing because my cat is right over the top over here. She's staring at me like, you know what? You really should stop doing this, and you should come and you should feed me. Look at her. Cosita. So Cosita says, yes, join the Harp Improv Challenge. Oh, I wonder no, I'm not going to have her play the harp. Anyway, okay. So what you learn in the challenge is some very simple structures, and they're at the heart of basic improvisation that eventually would lead to jazz or to sort of open improvisation. So the first thing you learn is a progression. And the progression that you learn is what I call the power progression. It is at the foundation of so much music. And you learn it in the key of C with a sentence, don't get caught anywhere. Don't get caught. And that lets you just focus on, hey, yeah, there's a lot of notes here. Maybe it's a progression. Maybe I need to know some numbers. But really, all you need to be able to do is just play it. Get your fingers on it and just play it. So some of the things, and the reason that I'm beginning to understand how this works, I mean, I get that I created it and I broke it down the best way I understood it, but I'm often learning from others why this is working and why it's so powerful. And somebody said something to me today, and I want to pull this up. So I really love this. So she said one of her big takeaways was to continue playing no matter what, that the fingers will find their way again if you're grounded in a familiar structure. And so that's what I'm giving you, is this familiar structure. And she says, it's my own rational judgment and expectations that spoil everything in the end, not the actual playing. And the chord progression is a safety net. And that's, I didn't realize that until I read that, but in fact, that's true. And somebody else said, don't think, just play. This is what she learned from it. Someone else said, my favorite part was the noodling. I realized it isn't some scary mystery, but actually quite simple with the fence posts. And a message to other people, simple and clear explanations, fun exercises to practice what is taught and understand at the end. And so I love these comments. And the thing that just really hit me today is someone shared, even the musical skills, this was so beautiful. Even the musical skills I've given up on as not going to be possible for me can still happen. I don't know about you, but when I read something like that, or I hear something like that, like everything in my body is like, yes, I want that. And that she says, this happens when the roadblock is removed in the right context. When the roadblock is removed, new layers of creative possibilities open up. And she said, my favorite part of the whole challenge was the experience of having a long time, very high roadblock removed so my harp skills can improve, and experiencing the joy of all that happened musically and emotionally as a result. And reading that is so emotional to me, because this is, I mean, if there's anything I could teach in the world, to be able to teach that is just beautiful. And to know that that is possible for every one of us, that we all have blocks no matter where we are in our performing, no matter where we are at our playing, whether we're at the beginning of our journey, whether we're at the beginning of a new phase of our journey. There are blocks that we seem to come with if we're a certain age. And part of the teaching is getting rid of those roadblocks, opening them up, giving like someone said, a safety net. And so this safety net of this, one of them is this chord progression. And it's, again, don't get caught anywhere. Don't get caught. And you notice I'm playing it with my left hand. I'll get rid of this for a minute so you can see my hands a little better. I'm playing it with my left hand. That's how I teach it, because that's the foundation of the chords. And then we learn that we can take that same progression, which later on gets called fence posts, and we can put it in our right hand. Don't get caught anywhere. Don't get caught. Whoops. And then you can start adding onto it. You can add thirds above it. And you've got this beautiful harmony. You could add whole chords. And then, so now it's just this one pattern that you're getting really comfortable with. And then you can start using those same fence posts and connecting them to make melodies. So if I start with this one, I go up to this one, go down to this one, down to this one, back up to this one, and up to this one. So you're still hearing. And that's just one way you can connect them. You can connect them in, you could literally connect like, and you don't even need to connect them. It's just a way to help you think, because there's nothing right or wrong about having those as the melody notes. It's just a way to get rid of all the other thoughts, like, I'm not doing this right, this doesn't sound good, blah, 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 blah. You have something that you can focus on so that you can actually be in the process of improvising. So in the end, we then take that progression, and you've learned how to, put it together with two hands, and then we connect it with another tune. And in this case, it happens to be, I think, Ode to Joy. So you play them, and then you play the improv progression. And if it seems like what I'm doing is complicated, I am just focusing on this D, G, C, A. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing with my right hand. I'm playing shapes. I'm letting my right hand just sort of dance. And it works because of the harmonic structure. And then I can come back to the melody at the end. And I teach also the little bit of harmony that I'm adding here. I'm adding either a third or a sixth below the melody. And you have a full arrangement. And so you can actually use that same little progression as an introduction. You could literally start by improvising on don't get caught anywhere. Don't get caught. I could do that again, even up high. Don't get caught anywhere. Don't get caught. And then start the melody from there. This is just an example of a tune you could do. Is this Ode to Joy? Then I'm improvising again on exactly the same thing that was the introduction. So it's not like I have to learn more stuff. I'm just having more fun with it. and some people added rhythm. And it doesn't matter how fast you can do it. You can do it twice as long. That's now the get, caught, anywhere. You're just using this structure to play around with. I even teach you those sort of extended harmonies. And when you're done improvising, you come back to the melody again. And I'll make it shorter. And this form that you learn, so you're not only learning how to improvise, but you're learning a structure that you can use over and over and over again. It's actually a structure, it's the same structure. Oh, here comes the cat. Okay. All right. Well, the cat's trying to let me know it's time for food. It's a structure that Beethoven used. It's a structure that Mozart used. It's a structure that Thelonious Monk used. It is a structure that I call the basic arrangement structure, just because I saw it. I saw it in Baroque music. I saw it in, I saw it in song form. I saw it all over, and I began to realize, oh, if you break this down, it's something that you can use over and over again. And this is the structure of introduction, melody, improvisation, melody. That is the structure that we use then. When you take everything that you learn in the 5-day Harp Improv Challenge, you take it into Hip Harp Academy, which is the next step of this, where we're going into the quarter that's called Structure is Freedom. And I think one of the big things that people are learning in the 5-day Harp Improv Challenge is that structure is freedom. When there's an internal flexible structure that gives you something to think about, so you can let go of all those things that you have in your head that are keeping you from being able to just play. And I don't know about you, but if somebody says, if I'm struggling with something and someone's like, well, just do it, it's easy. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's just easy for you. Can you give me a couple little tips so I have something to hang on to? And that's what I'm giving you in this 5-day challenge, is just enough structure that you can have focus and let go of the things that are in the way. So if you have not already signed up for it, you can still sign up. You can actually even still sign up today. And I think there's like 7 or 8 hours still left before to do the challenges and apply for the grand prize. Even if you can't apply for the grand prize, what you're getting is the ability to improvise. So that is actually the grandest prize as far as I'm concerned. And let me just bring this up once again. I'll try to get in here a little bit later so I can answer questions. And let's see if I think I can already answer. Oh, it looks like there's a couple of questions in the chat maybe. Hello, I'm fine. This is great. Lovely comments about guitar. I'm used to arpistic. You're using arpistic technique in your guitar. Wonderful, wonderful. This is great. And interestingly, what you learn in the 5-day Harp Challenge, you could apply it to piano, to the white, especially if you're not really a great piano player. Well, it doesn't really matter how. That's the amazing thing about it. It's not about your technical ability. It's like a game. You know how you can play checkers, or you can play catch, or you can play, let's say, a team game like baseball. If you're an American, you can play it. I mean, anyone can play it, but you can play it as a kid. You can play it in a simple way, and you can play it as a professional. There are, hometown, pickup games of baseball, and there are professional games of baseball, and they all use the same rules. They all use the same guidelines. And you can use those same guidelines whether you're playing as a little kid or whether you're playing as a professional. That is the same thing that you're learning in the 5-day Harp Improv Challenge. And it's what I'm also teaching in Hip Harp Academy. It's the basic principles of this game of improvisation. So I just wanted to get in here while the challenge is still open and while it's still free, so that you can jump in there and get it, because the comments that I'm reading are just, they're so exciting to see people having breakthroughs and people having fun, and just thinking that people can just like sit down and play and really connect to the play of the play. So I'm glad I showed you just a little bit of how it works, and just looking to see if there's any more comments. Show you a little bit how it works, show you how you can get in. Jump in now. Take it on as a challenge. See how fast you could actually go through it and, answer the questions and be eligible for the grand prize. And the grand prize is actually 3 whole months of full membership in Hip Harp Academy, plus a very special extra gift from one of the luminaries of the harp world, and that is Sylvia Woods, who brought the lever harp teaching here to the United States. So I can see that people are grabbing that little image. So go ahead and take that so that you can get to it. And if some reason you don't have your phone or something like that, and so you can't grab the image, just go to hipharp.com. That's hip as in cool, harp as the most amazing instrument in the world. And you can grab that I call it the power progression. It's the opening to improvisation. You can do it simply, or you can expand as far as you like. What I'm doing now are things that you can do to expand it even more, which is just to show that what you learn is the foundation of so much, and it gives you a place you can start. You can start. You can come back to this place anytime you want. It's a place of freedom. It's a place where your fingers can play, where there's nothing wrong, where everything is a new adventure. It's improvisation. And I really hope that you'll jump in and just have fun with these 5 lessons while they're still open, and that you'll also join me in the Academy, where this is what we're doing all year long, is learning this freedom in all the different areas of music. All right, thank you so much. Yes, theory is theory, and it is fun theory. It absolutely is. It's music theory, it's music concept, it's how music works, not the right way to do it. No, it's not about the right way to do it. It's about this is how it works. This is how this game works, and then you can play it the way that you want to play it. All right, everybody. You guys are great. Yes, is this very technique used in the flamenco? I think you're saying this is the very technique that's used in flamenco music. Great. Ooh, someone's saying this has been fabulous. Thank you. Oh, for helping me to put the improv pieces together. Fabulous. And the thing is, you can do this. This is one progression. Every single song has its own progression, and you can improvise on it. And you can put I mean, these are the things that we're going to be doing this quarter in Hip Harp Academy, where we have like lead sheet boot camp where you put a whole bunch of them together. But this is the place to start. And I just reading the comments, I get so excited. So if you haven't joined yet, join now. If you haven't finished all the days, if you're in the challenge and you're reading this, the way to be eligible for the grand prize is make sure you have completed all the 5-day challenges, and then there's one more challenge for the final day, the grand prize. And you just need to do that by tonight at midnight Eastern Pacific time. So that's oh my gosh, that's almost 12 hours from now. You have time to do it, to go make sure that you did all of them, that you did all the days, you answered all the individual days, and then that you do the grand prize. Then we will pick the grand prize winner tomorrow. There will be our the grand prize celebration and wrap up, and I'll tell you what's happening next. There's actually other events that you can come to next week as we start opening up the academy. There are 3 kickstart events, so there's more here for you to take everything you've learned and take it to the next level and have the support that you need in order to do that. And if you haven't, even if you're not in the challenge, go look at the answers that people give, because they're so inspiring and so fun, and people will sometimes add videos as well. It's just so much fun. So make sure that you get a chance to do this. All right. Yep. 12 hours. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll try to come back a little bit later to answer questions or just, egg you on as we get to the very end of this. And the fact is, the challenge itself is its own prize. So jump in and, get in so that you can get the trainings. And I'll see you all again very, very, very soon. Okie dokie. I am about to end this live and go for a run. Go forth and harp on the magic of life.